Hello everybody, this is Toysareruss, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Magic Square. This is the third-party company. They make legend scale figures. This is MS B52 Munitioner, and this is their take on a Generation 1 swindle figure. So what we're going to do, we're going to unbox him now. We're going to have a look at the entire packaging. We're going to have a detailed look at the figure in both of his modes, as well as doing some comparisons at the same time. And then of course we can bring in some other third-party legend scale figures and see how he looks, displays and sizes up with them as well. So as I start to pop these back, I need to thank Shozy, because that's where this was purchased from, and as you can see they got it out to me nice and quickly and indeed safely. So before we have a quick look inside, there of course is a brilliant throwback to the original Generation 1 packaging, with it being a Decepticon. You've got the purple, the yellow sunburst right there at the bottom, and we can see there we've got like a silhouette picture of him in his alternate mode, and we've even got a tech spec there as well. Right, it does say, I think on this, what does it say, ages 16 plus, and that is due to the fact that it's got small pieces, and he's probably going to have a really difficult transformation process, as I seem to be finding out with all of these at the moment. So there he is inside his clamshell. There is his accessory. So let's have a quick look at this. Let's open all this up. So yeah, it looks like, I would imagine, I'm thinking that's going to be the spare wheel for the back of the vehicle. That's going to be where we attach the gun to. We'll have a look at that in a second. And indeed he's got a handheld one as well by the looks of that. Let's take him out of the box very quickly. There of course is the foot that's going to be used to combine to make Bruticus, and indeed the figure itself. So let's do some first impressions, and first impressions are pretty cartoon accurate, which is exactly what they're looking for. And the main difference between Magic Square and New Age is that Magic Square are predominantly plastic, and they've got this nice soft sheeny really smooth plastic. The detail on the figure itself, that is a brilliant head sculpt, lovely detail there, full articulation. You can see it's on a mushroom peg, that'll go up and down, full articulation in the arms, ball and socket. You can see swivel in the bicep, flexion, swivel in the wrists, ab crunch, waist swivel, hips to the side, to the front. You can see the hip skirts is moving whilst fully turning, twisting as well, knee bend, ankle tilt and rock. Pretty much everything you would expect from one of these figures, and indeed why you can see now why these figures are dubbed mini masterpieces. Everything seems to be tucked away really quite neatly, to be honest. Let's do a very quick comparison with his original G1 self. So he's quite a bit taller. The head sculpts are brilliant, and of course this is more toon accurate than the toy accurate, because obviously in the cartoon he did have the front of his Jeep on him, whereas obviously in the toy they couldn't do that with the engineering they had at the time. Right, what we're going to do for the rest of the video then, we're going to have a quick look at him in his alternate mode, and then come back and see how he looks with his accessories in the robot mode. So as you can see, we're back and he's in the alternate mode. Quick apologies for no transformation process on this video. Main reason, and definite main reason for this at this case of the time, is to keep the main length of this video down. I'm being dead honest. I'm holding my hand up. I suppose struggling, maybe even the word. I think that the transformation processes for some of these are just so overcomplicated. It's crazy. And unfortunately, what makes things worse is the instructions. Now, I didn't show you the paperwork in the first part, but this is the instructions. So there's no writing, there's no nothing, there's just literally pictures. Now have a look at that for the legs. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's clever, it's very well engineered, it's borderline insane, but I would also say that it's perhaps being a little too clever for the sake of it. I really don't think it needs to be as clever as what it is. However, when you do eventually get it into its alternate mode, you can't deny that that is a beautiful looking. Alternate mode, again, it is all shiny, all smooth. There's loads of panels, there's loads of stuff tucked away. It does look good, so at least, you know, it's worth getting there when you get to it. I mean, you've just seen the instructions as well, and there is no point any instruction on how to attach him to the foot. I mean, I've worked out how to do that, thankfully, so I'm going to show you how to do that first, because all these other bits of accessories you attach to it in a second, including the back wheel, and it does in fact hold this together a little bit better. But what we need to do, in fact, this is the foot. The foot is going to be brilliant because you've got lots of movement. You're going to have a tilt and a rock on it, you can see there, so when it is going to be the leg. So let me just show you this. I'm going to extend this out of the way for now, and what we're looking at doing is getting these two tabs. So you've got to separate the back ever so slightly, and there's a little cutout in there, so I'm going to slot that in and slot it in on that side, and then clip this up around it. Then I'm going to position this back as it would be, and there indeed is your foot for Bruticus. And as I mentioned, you've got the tilt, you've got the rock, so he's going to really be able to move into loads of decent positions, full of good articulation. You can still attach all the accessories as well to the back, but I'm going to show you that separately. But like I say, even on the instructions, there isn't any instruction on how to do this. So at the moment, I completely see as well what other people are saying, that the third party at the moment are being let down due to the instructions. And again, I've just got to agree with that and concur, shall I say, because with the Magic Toys, which one is it? Star Toys, sorry, Blitzwing, there's no instructions, there's just a little link to a video. Anyway, right, while we've got this open, there's a little gap here. I'm going to slide this in and slide this in. This is then going to tab either side onto that. This means we can attach the weapons to the back, tab these in together there, take the spare wheel, and again, via the two tabs and the two cutouts, we can then pop this on, and that will help just hold this together that little bit more. It is a case of little tabs, lots and lots of panels. Right, there's the steering wheel. So we've got this big hole there where I'm going to pop the small little missile launcher, I suppose it is, on the one side, and then this side's got the tab, and this has got the cutout, or the hole, shall we say. So we can line this up like so, and oh, there we go. That's come out, but I'm just going to pop it straight back in. I need to line everything back up, because when you reattach everything, it does disconnect and pop everything out. I mean, I probably need to give this a few more goes, if you know what I mean, transform it backwards and forwards a couple more times to really make it work. It looks like I've disconnected loads of things now, but there we go. Let's bring in the original for a comparison. Oh, the wheel even folds out, you can see, in half. Now, of course, there is no comparison. You know, you can tell straight away there's nearly 40 years worth of engineering difference between these straight off. And yes, of course, this is far more cartoon accurate. It is a better toy, it's just really frustrating. And as I say, maybe it is due to the fact that I'm pretty new at them, but I'm already getting loads of people in the comments talking, literally putting how, I suppose, tedious the transformation process is on this. I will do my best to get a tutorial done. If I'm not able to, I will put a link up to the guy who I've been using at the moment. I've forgotten his name. I'm going to put it up anyway in the comments, because it's a good video, but I've had to slow it down to 0.25 and still take about half an hour to try and do it. But there's not much more to say. I mean, as I say, they do look good in either mode. And of course, the main reason we're getting these is to see what he's going to look like built up as Bruticus. So as trivial as it may sound, people may not even transform him. They may just get him into this mode and then attach him to the foot and then leave him like that. But the only thing, as I say, that is a bit of a negative for me is I think at the moment it's just too much, and it takes the fun out of actually being a transformer. It's too much. Could be me, and again, I'm leaving myself open to loads of constructive criticism, please, guys. There is the collector's card that come with it, but for now, thank you, huge thanks to RJ, who has let me do a review of this figure via Show Z. Thank you very much, guys, for watching this. Let me know in the comments what you think, and indeed, if you agree with the transformation process, let me know. Let's get this, as I say, discussion going, and we can see if people agree with me as well or not. Take care.